Happy Saturday, Savages! We're back with another episode of Savagely Paranormal. Tonight we are going to be talking about some cryptids because we've gotten a lot of requests. A lot of requests from our Discord people about cryptids. So, I think first on our list is elementals. Those are some of our most interesting.
Those are some of the fun ones.
Yeah.
Because not all of them are bad.
I would not exactly call elementals cryptids. They are elementals.
It kind of gets thrown under that umbrella,
it's a type of cryptid, kind of, sort of. And we're all like, it's fae, gnomes, sliffs, mermaids. Those are cryptids. In my book, those are cryptids. I'm sorry.
The argument commences. Everybody, Megan and Brian, and go.
So elementals are normally creatures that are comprised of just one specific element. So, like, there are different kinds of fae. So, you have the wind, earth, water,
Fire.
April knows that one.
And then you have the gnomes. That's in, like, the earth category of elementals. Sliffs are water.
Mermaids are water, obviously.
Yeah. Salamanders are the fire element in elementals. There's a lot of...
Salamanders, like the little...
Not the water creatures.
No.
Kind of
lizards that run around?
I would say that you can kind of categorize them looking the same, but no.
No.
Damn it.
There's a lot of different kinds of fae that fall into the elemental type category, and there are way too many elementals to go into individual specifics.
We'll just call them the fae. We'll just group it all into one category.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of different kinds of elementals, and actually two of the most famous cases, the Bell Witch is also classified as an elemental. It is an elemental.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand how, but okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, the father, he's seen a rabbit-dog mix of a creature, and that is what classifies the Bell Witch as an elemental.
That was not in the movie.
No, you have to go through the actual reading, which you know you love to read.
Yeah.
Yes, I have read The Bell Witch.
The dog rabbit hybrid, that is what I would classify as a cryptid.
Yes.
When we said we were talking about cryptids tonight, I didn't realize we were talking about fae. I was actually researching Ohio cryptids.
Oh no, we're doing these too.
We're doing those too. Don't worry. You'll have your time to shine. Okay.
No.
We're just starting with this part because more people seem to know about these than the others.
Yeah.
Elementals are more of a spirit.
Yeah.
Not a cryptid.
You know,
they're still classified as a cryptid. They're
Show
there.
Okay, we'll show you later. Anyway.
Okay, so our next cryptid, which is one that I really don't like, is going to be the Skinwalker, because we have had a lot of requests for these, and those are classified as obviously a cryptid because they like to change shape. They're
What
usually
culture?
Navajo. There are actually quite a few different native tribes that have the cryptid or the Skinwalkers in their lore. The Navajo, the Hopi, and there's like one or two others that
They're actually in all native lore, as well as the Wendigo.
Yeah, that's our next one.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, if it's coming from like the native tribes, I wholeheartedly believe them 100%.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not crazy.
No.
The Skinwalkers usually are more in the plains, desert area.
No.
From the research that I have done on them, they originated in that area and have spread elsewhere.
You can't say they originated in one spot when the natives are First Nation people and they were all over this country.
Okay. So what do you know about the skinwalker?
Yes.
I know you don't speak their name. That's how you get them.
Yeah, didn't we talk about this already? We don't say the words, kind of like the
Yeah.
F word that we already said. And
Our investigation tonight is gonna go batshit crazy.
it is.
This
because
is not good now.
No, and
Somebody knock on wood.
and they had 2 volleyballs explode today, which has never happened either. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Fun
fun.
times.
Yeah.
Fun times.
it's gonna be a fun day.
But
So
they
you two are on the list.
They are of.
Sorry.
They are known to native peoples as being evil, classified usually as witches who slay animals and able to take their form
Ew.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
by
Yeah.
I don't
by
like-
keeping the
I
skin
don't
of the
like
animal,
the sound of that
No.
Yeah.
at all.
which is where their name comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually you
have to
can
adjust.
tell them from the actual animal by the way they look. They don't look
Natural.
entirely natural. They're-
No, I've seen like things like where they're described as like zombie-like, and their eyes
they look
glow
Yeah.
like funny.
Yeah.
They
that-
also look like they have chronic wasting disease.
Yeah, so they're like super skinny, like bony, and their
Rotten.
eyes instead
Their
of
flesh
like
is kind of hanging off
Yeah,
of them
and then,
because
like-
it is.
Kind of like not deer.
yeah. And like instead of like how you see normal eyes like from animals reflect, it's like super quick. Sometimes it's like a yellow or like an orange and it's super quick. These ones they just don't stop. It's just green or like purple, and the way they stare at you.
I think actually Eric encountered one of these when he was younger.
Probably the
Yes.
thing that he saw in the woods. Yes, that
Yes.
sounded
And
like
that's-
one
yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Was he in the woods like by himself?
He was on the border of the woods. He was sleeping in a hammock and woke up from a strange noise and described deer-like creature, but the eyes were not normal.
And the noise
my
when
God.
it ran sounds just like one
Nope.
of those.
Mm-mm.
Not
Nope.
deer.
Yes. Yes.
See,
So,
that's why you don't sleep outside.
no.
That right there.
No.
If you're in the woods and one of these is in the vicinity, you will smell death.
Yeah.
Decay.
You will
Rotting
hear
things.
somebody you know, even if you are alone, calling your name for help.
Well, I
Do
think-
not answer.
No, and I think a lot of like the stuff about the skinwalkers has come from like hunters.
Yeah.
Like a lot of hunters have been like, yeah, like if they're by themselves or somehow they get by themselves because they think somebody was calling them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get these weird stories about how they think they saw an animal, and then the next thing you know, they just saw a person standing there, and then they're just gone.
Yeah.
But you know, people don't talk about that because those things don't happen.
No.
It's part of your imagination.
Yes.
The next one on the subject, which would be the Wendigo, typically their name does not call them. They are Native American who gained immortality through cannibalism.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They
And it generally stems from times of hardship.
yeah, there was always that thing that went around about the Donner Party being like Wendigo
Yeah.
type
And
things now.
those are your mimics in the woods. They too will sound like hurt people, crying people,
Crying babies.
crying babies, screams. They'll say your name. They'll yell your name. Like they're trying to lure you into the woods, and then they never find you. And that is like our area through northern Canada.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't.
And
I
See,
don't. I don't
This
do
is
woods.
why
Right.
right. This is why I don't go anywhere
No.
that is not
No.
my backyard.
No. I don't do woods.
I don't do hikes.
We
No.
got one woods to go into.
Why?
Well, that one, yes.
Yeah.
Because that's not real woods. It's just the back of a yard that has a lot of trees.
Where are we
They
going?
are,
The one that we're going to for like the 5th or 6th time.
Oh, okay. My thought process was just gone at that point.
Mhm.
Okay.
they
Like
are
you in the theater.
Nope.
We're gonna upload that video.
No.
Yes.
No, we're
If we
not.
have to steal your laptop, we are.
No.
Yes.
Next on the list would be the Loveland Frog or Loveland Frogman.
That's an Ohio cryptid.
It's been spotted here in Ohio. First sighting was in 1972 near the Little Miami River.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I believe it's over by Dayton.
Yeah.
No. The
Frogman?
yeah.
It's
I've
a-
never heard of
I
that
don't know the
before.
frogman
It
either.
is like a toddler-sized frog.
It is 4 foot tall.
A
No.
little bit taller. Okay.
Standing on its hind legs, it is 4 foot tall. Otherwise, while it's crouched down, looks like an unusually large frog.
Don't
Does
bullfrogs get big
anybody
like
have the
that?
picture of Frog and
No.
Toad from the book in there?
I say don't. There are some frogs that get abnormally large.
The most recent sighting I could find was in 2016 at Lake Isabella in Loveland, Ohio.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Down there's just
The
No.
castle that is near where these are sighted is also said to be haunted.
Now that
Okay,
I have
not
heard
surprised.
of Loveland Castle.
One of the first couple sightings of the Loveland Frog happened to be from police officers.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Uh,
mind
the
checking
ni-
out the castle, but not if I'm going to run
The
into a big frog.
1970
no. I don't want to get eaten.
No.
The 1972 sighting was I believe it was a county sheriff saw it.
Yeah.
It was a group of 3.
Was it? Were they like walking?
They were sitting by the side of the road, and as soon as he got near them and drew his service revolver, they hopped over the bridge.
No. 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 I am the worst paranormal investigator ever
Yes,
because
yes.
I'm
Well,
no.
that doesn't classify under paranormal.
I don't care.
That's
That's
more
cryptid.
That's
cryptid.
just no.
That's like Bigfoot.
But
like,
That's got
cryptid.
something I want to
That's
find.
the whole paranormal thing, though, is they lump all of this under that paranormal umbrella, and I'm like, no.
It's
who?
yeah.
I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't do the A words.
Oh,
I don't do those. You can do the A words all you want. I'll be home.
They're classified under the paranormal because paranormal is anything that is not normal.
Right.
Well, that would be supernatural, not paranormal.
All right, so what's
Anyways.
next on our list?
South Bay Bessie,
No.
first spotted near Sandusky in 1793. It is said
This
to
is like the
patrol.
Loch Ness
Yeah.
monster.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Ohio's version of the Loch Ness monster.
Said to be anywhere between 20 to 40 feet long, and is said to patrol Lake Erie near Toledo.
Well, I mean, have you seen the shit that we've dumped in the river? I'm
Right?
not surprised.
Anything could have mutated.
Right?
Evolution, baby, evolution.
that's why I don't swim in the lake. I'm sorry.
No.
Ew, no.
I've swam in the lake.
Come
not
out with
bad.
another
Yeah.
arm growing out of your forehead. No.
I don't know what's swimming underneath me. No.
Oop. Nope, I panic.
That's why I go where I can't touch.
Yeah, nope.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
You don't know what's coming up for you. No.
If my foot touches something, then I know to get back to shore.
As fast as possible.
Yeah.
No, I would just drown.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
dead in there. I'd be like, I give up.
Oh, I quit.
Ohio has Grassman, which is the Ohio version of Bigfoot.
It is a slightly smaller, more aggressive type of Bigfoot from what I've seen and heard.
You've seen it?
Well, from what I've seen online of it, like, it's... I'm gonna chuck something at you.
Ladies and
It's going to be
gentlemen,
a fun night.
Right?
stay tuned for the after scenes
Right.
of Megan and Brad.
Watch TikTok for clips.
As far as national cryptids go, dogmen, we have some here in Ohio.
Now that one intrigues me a little
Yeah.
bit.
It was first sighted in 1972 near Defiance, also known as the Werewolf of Defiance.
I want to
but
go look for it. I kind of do want to do that.
they're different than like
Werewolf.
werewolves. Okay, that's where everybody gets like the whole thing with werewolves and dogman. Like they almost combine them, but they're two totally different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably where they got the idea for dogmen, was watching werewolf movies. In some circles, you don't transform completely into the
Right.
werewolf.
Right.
With dogmen, they have been seen as very like humanoid with a dog head or face. Very little fur. to everything to being a 7-foot tall bipedal wolf.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Highly muscular.
I might say no.
I'm good. Let's go find them.
No, I'd be down for that.
I
Yeah.
say, but let's go.
I'd be like, can I have your autograph,
We'll-
even if
we'll
you
be
have to
in
like
Defiance.
put it in
Yeah.
my skin?
yeah, just carve it. Well, not there. Carve it right there.
We'll be in Defiance.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
but we're gonna be busy, so we need to take another road trip.
Yeah, but we're gonna be in the woods.
One of
Partially.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, we're surrounded by wood. It's over 80 acres.
How do you summon a dog man?
We're not gonna attempt that. I'm not gonna summon it.
Our, look at her face. Presence like, no, we're not doing
That
that.
would have been another note moment.
Yeah, nope.
That would be like one of those things that you accidentally summon, and
Yeah.
then you're like, now go away. That's all I
Um,
need from you.
I just wanted your autograph. Now go.
Some
Here's a bone.
accounts I have seen about the dogman is people have actually killed them, go to get authorities, whatever, show them the body, come back and it's a human.
Ooh.
And then you get slapped with murder.
Yeah.
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 That's.
I've seen accounts of it.
Well, would that be a situation like someone that the dog man had killed? And then when you kill the dog man, they kind of go back to their original form?
I believe this is how the werewolf mythos got started. Is
Yeah.
somewhere between the myths and legends of the dog man.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of it, like how they talk about the Nordic berserkers, the Norse berserkers, being able to shapeshift because they ate hallucinogenic mushrooms that put them in a sort of a trance.
Right. And at that
And they
point,
would
you
cover
become
them-
any. Yeah.
They would cover themselves in animal fur,
Okay.
You become the animal.
Yes.
pretty much.
Yes, essential. Yes, exactly.
But
And-
essentially, it's just a bunch of men sitting around a teepee.
Stoned
or
in
something
animal
stoned.
fur.
Yeah.
They would eat mushrooms that would heighten their rage or heighten their emotions. And that is how they got their name, berserker.
I
I don't need that.
No.
No, we'll just give you some alcohol.
Thanks. Preferably tequila.
So
I'll keep that in mind.
I
Here, drink this holy water. I don't feel so good.
So I think our next cryptid should be the melonheads because we have those in
I don't believe that one.
our area, but nobody really believes them. They
There's a handful of people who completely believe them.
So, when I was growing up, my aunt and uncle, who bought her who lives in her dad's old place, they had a giant farm, and she said when her and her dad were out, like I don't know if they were plowing the field or like doing whatever they were doing, they saw melon heads, and it was always this running joke for us kids not to like go that way because the melon heads are gonna get you.
Yeah.
But that terrified me.
right.
And just thinking about it still terrifies me to the point that I don't like being out after dark when I'm like home. Because like, you know, driving down the back roads and stuff, you never know what you're going to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just sounds like some B-side horror script. I can't follow
I
that one.
Well, supposedly it was a true story about the kids with the bigger heads.
Dr.
They
But
were
it got
deformed.
spun.
Yeah.
I don't know if
They
they
had-
really went crazy and did all these things that they say they did, but the people actually existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that they were orphans, and Dr. Crow they were orphans with encephalitis already, so their heads were already enlarged, and Dr. Crow, which was their caretaker, experimented on them to enlarge their heads even further. And then they revolted and killed him and burned the whole place down.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I would too.
Yeah. But I don't
But-
think they, I mean, okay, if that happened, okay, but I don't think that they went on this murderous rampage and just started.
8 babies.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's the going story, is that
Yeah.
how they survive is that they eat babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was always a thing. Like
That-
in my high school and stuff, it was like Halloween. Oh, don't let the metalheads get you. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, no. Like, you have a better chance of seeing a 3-headed goat than
Which,
that.
yeah.
Right.
We are actually not the only state with a melon head.
Lore.
$5 says it's PA.
No, Connecticut.
Wow, I
Yeah.
did not expect that.
That's what I
Their-
said too.
I figured
their
PA,
lore-
New York.
Their lore starts with an asylum fire, and they had 10 to 20 inmates escaped that were never accounted for. Everybody else died in the fire, and they
So
claimed that they like inbred and they just skyrocketed from there, and like they banded together, but the community is so inbred that they're like deformed now.
Yeah.
And they still eat babies though.
Right, yeah, I don't understand how that becomes a thing.
I don't know.
'Cause
I
it
don't
makes
understand
it
the
more
babies
scary.
thing.
Right.
Like, of all things for them to eat in the wilderness, why the babies?
Because that's
Like,
one of
why
them stories
babies?
that you tell the kids when they're little so that they don't wander off. You don't go out or the melonheads are going to get you and eat you.
Hey, it works.
Yeah.
I never left
Clearly.
the porch.
Clearly, it works.
Yeah, as I'm sitting here.
Are you really, though?
As far as I know, I am. We're not going to do that.
We're not gonna do that now.
No. My ADHD will kick in and it'll just be all over the place from there.
Right. There are a lot of people that still in our area that still like go in search of the melon heads. Like it's a big like high
It
school
is.
tradition weird
It is. It's
weird
stupid.
thing. Like
It's
I
like a
don't-
rite of passage.
It
I
is.
don't understand it.
And all it is, especially when I was in high school, is you go, you take some alcohol with you, you find some place in the woods where nobody's going to find you, and you get shit-faced.
And you look, well, we would go drive through the one spot in Kirtland and you look for the one fence with the bricks on it.
Right.
And you peek over and you see if you see any melon heads. Nope. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we had nothing better to do.
I'm melting in here.
It's a little toasty in here today.
What's
Because he
on,
closed the window.
what's on the next part of our agenda?
I'm looking it up.
Why are you looking it up?
Okay, so this one's a fairly nondescript, not really known one in Ohio. It's called Orange Eyes.
Oh.
That is the name of this cryptid. It appears as a large shaggy shadow, like kind of ape size, like Sasquatch size, with
The other A word I didn't do.
bright orange eyes. It's, said to be one of the more terror-inducing cryptids that you can find in Ohio, but reported to be more than 11 feet tall, lurks near Mansfield, though he is said to have originated in Cleveland.
Duh.
It was last spotted in 1991 when it appeared to two fishermen in Mill Creek before retreating into the nearby woods.
Well, I actually was listening to my favorite podcast, and I love them. But they just did a podcast about that, about the military. And a few of the guys who did, like, nighttime stuff with their, like, the night vision goggles and stuff, they saw something similar to that. And it was usually right around the time that, you know, they had just wrapped up doing things over there. And, but the eyes were so bright that it actually burned holes in their gear. And that's not supposed to happen.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
The other thing about Orange Eyes being a cryptid is a lot of people associate him with being an extraterrestrial.
Sorry, April.
Yeah, sorry.
Due to the fact is, when he was first spotted in the 70s, there were like the height of the
Right. Roswell, all that stuff. Yeah.
So he's like a shadow person thing with glowy eyes.
Great. A shadow person alien. Just what we need.
From all accounts and other stuff that I've read on it, it is not hostile.
I don't care. You're the A word, you're hostile.
It's it has been known to observe but never interact.
Yeah.
No.
That's kind of what the guys on the podcast described, was it just from far away you could see that he was watching you, but that was it. Never got close enough.
No.
That's interesting.
Keep your eyes
That's
to
like me
yourself.
when I just sit on my porch and I stare.
Yeah.
I get everybody. I'm like, what are you doing?
Watching the neighbors now.
I don't like my neighbors.
We also have the Mill Lake Monster in the same area as Orange Eyes. It's a 7-foot tall, armless humanoid
Aww.
that comes out of the lake.
That's creepy.
I feel like they probably just were making fun of somebody at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I mean, coming out of Lake Erie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this comes out of Mill Lake, though, near
Yeah.
Mansfield.
Well, I mean, it's Mansfield.
Yeah.
So.
20 miles north of Loveland lies Crosswick, home of the Crosswick Monster.
Why does everything have to be a monster?
This is more of a reptile. Man.
Nah.
Because if it's not scary, people aren't going to go, ooh.
There's only a few reptiles I can stand.
This one hasn't been spotted in nearly 200 years.
I wonder why.
According to the reports, 2 young boys were playing on the banks of a small creek when they were startled by a massive snake-like creature. The monster sprouted arms and snatched one of the boys, dragging him nearly 100 yards to a massive sycamore tree that was assumed to be its den. It dropped the child just outside a hole in the tree's bank. The 26-foot diameter tree was eventually chopped through. And when the creature reappeared, the men noted that it was between 12 and 14 feet tall.
Why does everything have to be ginormous?
Again, it makes it scarier.
Yeah.
Super big and super small.
Ooh.
The full description
The
from the men read. It is described as being 30 to 40 feet long, 12 to 14 feet tall when erect,
I can't see.
16 inches in diameter,
That's just as bad as the
That's
other
cool,
ones.
though.
and with 4 legs
Creepy,
and
but
the legs are 4 feet long. Covered with scales of a lizards, black and white in color with large yellow spots. Head about 16 inches wide with a forked tongue and a mouth inside deep red.
That sounds like that. What is it? It's a type of dragon, but it's
It
like.
sounds like a Komodo dragon.
Is that what the big ones are that get like, and they have like the big puffy?
Mhm.
They're so cute.
And highly venomous.
I know, but they're cute. They cuddle.
Until they bite you and kill you.
You know, I think they don't. I think for the pets they're devenomized.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
think. I don't know.
The bacteria in their mouth would still be enough to kill you.
Right. But they're so cute and they love to cuddle and you can dress them up.
Oh, that sounds like a bearded dragon.
No, it's the big. This lady, she's got a big one. It's all over TikTok. He likes to cuddle and dress up.
Iguana,
No,
monitor.
I don't know what
We're
that
going
is.
through the lizards.
That sounds more like the.
Just dress up my dog or my cat, thanks. They
I
like
wanna
to
say it's a
cuddle and they
monitor.
won't kill me.
Like a tegu.
Like fuzzy things.
Yeah, the tegu.
Yeah.
So our next cryptid that has been spotted in Ohio, but not very often, because he's not really spotted very often, is the Mothman.
Ugh.
He was spotted in Ohio in 1966, and he is like a very giant moth with red eyes and humanoid thing.
It was
And
spotted
doesn't
in Ohio.
bad things
In
happen?
Athens, yeah.
It was spotted
And-
shortly after the Point Pleasant, West Virginia incident.
It's often associated with the. Actually, he was
Oh, yeah.
spotted
Tegus.
before the bridge
God.
collapsed, and then like a year later, the bridge collapsed.
It's known as a harbinger or a portent of disaster.
Yeah, every time he shows up, something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
Well, where the hell is he now? Because this world is just falling apart.
Right?
Because
he
that's
hasn't-
just what we need is like a.
He's
10
probably
foot
sitting on
freaking-
top of the Eiffel, or like the what is it?
Empire State Building.
Yeah, just doing one of these. Like,
Yeah.
what else can I mess up today?
Yeah. He hasn't shown up yet. I don't even want to think what's still coming.
No.
That he's waiting for.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of people have been like chased by him.
I wouldn't want to be.
Like people see him like he like jumps
all-
out
all-
at them
all
from like
you would-
West Virginia and stuff. Not
All you
really
would
from
have
up
to
here.
do is shine a giant spotlight at the moth. They look like
Right. Fly swatter.
It'd be a big giant fly spotter.
Well, I mean,
That's
they
what I call
make-
my sledgehammer.
They have giant chairs and giant baskets that they turned into a hotel. I mean, I'm sure we could come up with something.
You take all of us and then some to pick it up. Well, ready? Wham!
Catapult.
Trebuchet.
Oh,
Bent
Lord.
over sapling with a lasso
Oh
attached to
my
the one.
god.
Just hook one up
Yes.
to the van. Just make a One that just.
There we go.
Oh, like a trebuchet?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We'll just tie it to the leash to the end of the van, and I'll just take off.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about that on the show.
What'd
It's
you
our
do?
show. We can do whatever we want.
What did you do this weekend? I kidnapped Mothman.
I don't
How'd
know.
you do that? I shined a big spotlight.
We have a bat signal on top of our car.
Okay.
Now I'm picturing it.
With the ghost. A ghost flicking everybody off. That's our
That's our bat signal, yeah.
Yes. Yes. The new thing that.
In the
yes.
in between flashes, one will say, "Get fucked," and the other one will say, "Nope."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put all of that together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the
So-
ghost will have your pigtails.
Yes.
Shut up. Never. Soon I won't have them cutting my hair again. I guess. Do we want to talk about our investigation tonight before we wrap up?
Sure. So, go ahead.
No, you go.
We are doing a house in our hometown. I went there once before. Got some pretty decent evidence. Got a friend of theirs who had passed away dramatically. So got them a little bit of closure. They've started having activity again. Nothing bad. But there's a bunch of land being developed around them, which has,
Kicked everything up.
yes,
Yeah.
increased the activity again. At one point, she could interact with them. They would beep the car alarm, and they would beep it on command for her. They found things moved around their house. Their animals noticed things. I don't know a lot of the specifics about what's going on this time because I kind of wanted to go in there blind and
Oh, yeah.
figured they could give us, the highlights once we start doing things.
Okay.
Really nice people. They're so excited. So excited. Should be good. I don't know. Again, I don't know if there's anything negative there in any way, shape, or form. There was the first time we were there. We were in a room and we saw hooded figures lining the wall.
That's
Kind of creepy.
my kind of fun.
Yeah, I like those. So I don't know if we'll run into that this time.
Maybe we'll get lucky and get some of the victims from the train track.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There was a murder on the street next to them, which we spoke with the victims of that when we were there before. There's also been a couple suicides and a couple accidents on the train tracks nearby. We got one of them when I was there before, so maybe we'll get some more this time. I forgot what else I was going to say.
We got a new eye mask for the Estes method. One
Okay.
that blocks all of the noise, the light out. I bought it specifically so that it would block
Oh my god,
all
so
of
it's
the
going to be
light.
dark.
Dark.
Yes.
Dark.
Dark.
Awesome.
Dark,
It's
dark.
going to be fun.
Yeah. So it should be fun. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I don't have it because this was with another team. I have my own somewhere, but I can't find it. If I do, I will share it. But on multiple recorders, when we were outside, we kept having a jokester playing with us, and we got the coolest little laugh of an imp. It was pretty cool.
Nice. I'm going to summon him.
Yeah. I got some jobs for him to do.
Should be fun. Should be fun. Should be good times. Good times.
Should be.
We might try to go live
Yes.
later.
We're going to try to do some TikTok shorts. Try to go live.
We have a TikTok now.
Yes.
God, yeah. No.
We also, next weekend, we have another investigation in our hometown. It's an old family farmhouse that has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Big property, 2 barns.
Yeah.
We have free run of everything. So that should be interesting. There's been quite a few things going on at that
I'm
house.
going to go buy some rain boots.
Including a creature that was seen by Megan, who my son actually saw the same creature Here.
Yay!
Yay! Should be fun. Should be fun. Should be a good time.
But
Good
considering, I mean, we're in the same town, it's not really that unlikely that would happen. So
times. Right. That kind of stuff like travels.
that probably falls
Maybe.
in the lines of an
Hopefully.
elemental or a cryptid, which means it's just kind of on the land. So
Yeah.
Well,
fun couple of weeks. Then
Yep.
in May, we got our big one coming up, the 80 acres.
yep.
In Defiance. We're so
Yes.
excited. So excited. We might get Tabby with us.
I hope so, or else you're going with my dad. So
Oh my, no.
no, he's going.
Oh, he's going?
Yeah,
He's driving.
he's going with us.
Okay.
He's
And
taking-
Brian's dad.
So
might
should
go.
I buy the 3-person tent then, and we'll pitch that outside too?
I mean,
Yeah,
we
why
can.
Okay,
It'll be fun.
Why? I got like a 12-person tent.
that works too.
Ooh, yeah. Bring the
Okay.
big
I
time.
mean, I could sleep in one of the front seats. Not a big deal.
I just meant to give the whole camping experience without actually having to go out in the woods.
Well, some of us actually like to camp, not glamp.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can sleep in the tent,
Yeah,
and we'll
I'll-
sleep in the camper in your
I'll sleep
van.
on the side.
Yeah.
I'll sleep in a tent. I don't
Well,
care.
if my dad ends up going, we'll be bringing his car or his truck.
No, you're supposed to bring the van.
The van's not highway stable.
Oh,
No.
That was a pain in the ass getting home.
okay. Never mind. My
All
car's
right.
not highway stable at the moment, or we could take my big car and sleep in there. But
Okay, everybody. Don't
Anyways.
forget to like, subscribe, share, check us out on all of our other social medias.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
TikTok,
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
I forget? Website. Don't forget
Podcasts.
website, YouTube, all the
Things.
podcast streaming platforms.
Yes, we're on all of
Eventually,
them.
we'll get that
Yes.
whole list down.
Like, subscribe, share, and turn on
the-
notifications.
Stay
And-
savage, guys.
I think I'm stuck to the chair.